Susana Mendoza, and yes, I'm running for mayor.
8 days after she won re-election to state office in Springfield, Comptroller Susana Mendoza jumped into the race for mayor of Chicago.
The Democrat backed J.B. Pritzker for governor, endorsing him early in the race. She is considered an early frontrunner in this one. WCIA 3's Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell live in Springfield with more on what this means for the state. And Mark, not exactly a surprise here.
Jennifer, that's right. In fact, it was the worst kept secret in Springfield. Comptroller Susana Mendoza wants to trade the office at the end of the hall in for one at the other end of the state. Buzz about this has been building for weeks, but today she made it official.
I need to fix it. I just can't sit on the sideline.
This is Comptroller Susana Mendoza's new campaign commercial announcing her run for mayor of Chicago. Her message sounds an awful lot like what she said in this interview nearly 3 weeks ago.
I have a little bit of a fireman's complex. You know, I see a huge problem or a building on fire, and I'm going to run towards it.
That was 10 days before November's election. 1 week later, a portion of campaign video footage leaked out showing she was already preparing for a potential run for mayor. At the time, she said this.
I have not announced by any means that I'm running for mayor. I've done the complete opposite. I have said that I am fully focused on being controller.
Now, the Republican Party chair, Tim Schneider, says she was disingenuous and misled the public when she said she was focused on her race for comptroller. Another Chicago mayoral candidate, Bill Daley, saw her coming and slammed her then for running for comptroller, mayor, and being comptroller, 3 full-time jobs all at once. Mendoza still hadn't jumped in, but she was ready to hit back.
Mr. Daley can have his opinion. I would say, though, that, you know, I'd remind him that he was the chief strategist of his brother's campaign for mayor at the same time that his brother was running for state's attorney.
But how exactly is the comptroller's office functioning with a boss on the campaign trail? In a statement, her office says Mendoza still makes the daily decisions about cash management, personnel, and other issues. Even while she campaigns, the state's fiscal outlook does continue to rebound. She says that experience will help her to put out financial fires in Chicago.
From the fiscal perspective, that's not an area that scares me anymore because I've had to deal with the worst fiscal crisis and manage the state through that as controller. I think a lot of other people who are looking at the mayor's job right now, they might think, okay, I better get a good understanding of how finances work here because Chicago's going to have to deal with that in a huge way.
Mendoza's critics are raising questions of a perceived conflict. How does someone run the finances of an entire state while trying to run for mayor of the biggest city in it? Here's the reality. Chicago does have some big financial headaches, and if no one figures out how to solve those, well, those problems may very well spill over here in Springfield. Jennifer.
All right, Mark, thank you so much. Now, the Chicago election in April is 5 months away. If she wins, Governor-elect J.B. Pritzker would decide her replacement. If she loses that race, she could stay in Springfield for her full 4-year term.